their trading activities. And with that, please join me in welcoming Cameron Yost to the Trading Pub and his presentation today on Trading Made Easy, trading with the Easy Trader automated entry system. So with that, Cameron, the floor is now yours.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that very much. And I want to thank everybody over there at Trading Pub for the hard work of organizing these trade-a-thons. They're really good for everybody out there, me included. I enjoy listening to them and watching them. And I want to thank all of the guests that are out there joining us this afternoon or this morning or this evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. I am Cameron Yost, and I'm Client Services over at Dimension Trader right now. And what we're going to show you today, if I can get the screen to start moving here for us. We're going to show you a trading system that is very easy. It's so easy, we call it the Easy Trader. It allows someone to trade with absolutely no uncertainty. It puts the entries and the exits right in front of you. And it's a beautiful, beautiful way to trade. It takes the fear out of entering a trade, because fear can be a trader's worst enemy, as many of you know. You hesitate to enter, you hesitate. I'm talking about day trading, I'm talking about trading futures, where one or two ticks can be very important, and you want to take as much of that as you can when you get into a trade. You want to be there when you're supposed to be there. And we're going to show you with our systems how that fear can be minimized, and it can even be eliminated because we have an auto entry system. We have a couple of things also at the end of our, we'll be here about an hour, really won't be much longer than that, and we will be answering questions, so just use the chat room when you have something put up. If we don't respond to it right away, we will by the time we're done. And I also want to show you, we've got some gifts for you. It's a holiday season, so we've got some great stuff we want to tell you about in a little bit. Everything's a little bit of a delay here using Movia. Let's get it going here. Here we go. Before we get started, and I know you've all seen this before, but our lawyers just insist that anytime we do a presentation, we do let people know that all trading involves risk. And never trade with money you cannot afford to lose, period. And past results are no assurance of future results. Take just a moment to read the risk disclosure there on the screen, and we'll move forward. Today, it's my honor to introduce you to Mike Green. Mike's been a professional trader for over 20 years. He's authored and written 38 proprietary indicators. He's a developer of 5 trading systems, as well as the automated GTX trading systems that Dimension Trader offers. You know, when he started trading, he just couldn't find tools out there that gave him the edge that he needed. So as a result, he started writing his own. He learned how to be a programmer. He was already a trader. Now he learned to be a programmer. And you put those two things together, he's developed some extremely sophisticated systems as well as indicators. And it's always an honor to hear Mike give a presentation, and that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to kick it over to Mike, and Mike, is your microphone working? Are you ready to go? Don't hear you.
You got me?
I can hear you in the background. You're very, very weak.
Let's see. I thought we tested that.
Coming
in. It's on. Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, pretty good. It's pretty good. Keep talking. And I'll shut up.
3. Okay, well, I'm ready to go, so let me get my desktop going. And let's launch this. And monitor. Golly. Monitor 3, I think it was. And
There it is. We
oops, wrong.
see your Ninja control.
It's wrong. It's just a second. Let me get it over here. Just hang on. Okay, that's it. Looks like we got it. Okay. Okay. Okay, Cameron, you see Dimension Trader screen there?
We do, and we see that picture of you. Mike, you might want to move your boom
Okay.
a little bit. You're a little distorted in there. Just talk some.
How about that?
Better. Still a little distorted.
Well, I don't know how to fix that,
Just
to be honest with you.
There.
Okay, well, I'm going to get going.
Good to go.
Well, welcome, everybody. Now that we're through with the technical difficulties, and let's get going here. Well, we're going to talk about today is Easy Trader and the ease of use, and it's just easy to use. I mean, it's the purpose of it is to catch the small swings in the futures markets. We typically trade the E-mini, and we have lots of users that use it with crude oil and also the Russell, gold, and the NASDAQ. But most of our users typically use it with the well, they use it with the E-mini. Our software is called Easy Trader, and we have an auto entry system that we have developed with this software that will take our software, take the signals, and execute the trades for you. Really, on our website, you can go to our performance tab, and you can go back and look at you can go back and look at about the last four years of performance on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show what our trading chart looks like. And the chart looks like this. And as you can see right here, it's in the trade right here. And the way the software works is it will change the color of the bar when it's in a short, and it will to red, and when it's in a long, it will be green. And you can see the text here on the right-hand side. And this is the manual part of the system that we've had for a long time, and you have the capability to adjust the targets where you want it to go break even, such as if I go in here to the indicators and take a look, like, you know, this is in our signal generator, and you can adjust targets. You can adjust where you move the stops. When you move the stops, you can change multiple contracts, and you can take profit on part of them or all of them, and you can adjust it up to 3 different levels where you can take stops. The indicators we've got on this chart, of course, are the Easy Trader, the Easy Trader Buddy, and our Zone Trader 2, and our Close, and our Bias Erg. What I'm going to do here is to show you just how this is used. When a signal is fired, it comes up and it gives you a signal alert, and it tells you exactly what the entry price is. Okay, and at that point then depending on how you have it set up, it takes half off at 4 ticks, and then at 6 ticks it moves to stop to break even, and then when it gets to 10 ticks it locks in a point more, and then when it gets to 12 it moves on down, and if it goes all the way to 16 ticks it takes you completely out of the trade. Whenever the bar turns white, you exit, period. I mean, it's very simple. So green bars, you're long. Red bars, you're short. And it's just that very simple and easy to do. And these blue lines that you see here, these blue lines here and these red lines here, these are Fibonacci confluence lines. They are calculated each day. They are quite accurate. They typically act as support and resistance. And these lines here, this yellow line and that yellow line are our upper and our lower balance lines. This is our balance line that's in the middle. Typically, when you're above the balance line, you want to be long, and when you're below the balance line, you want to be short. Simple. What we look for in our trade is you can look down here at the Easy Trader, and it's a simple histogram concept. Although it looks simple, it's actually quite complex. There is a multitude of different parameters and algorithms in the Easy Trader, and we teach this in our training room 3 times a week, just exactly how it's used. But for a signal to fire, it has to be above this white line, which is a 3. And so to go long, it's got to be above this white line, and to be short, it's got to be below this white line. We also look for the bias erg, which is measuring volume and price in relationship to the action that is going on in the market. And when you're long, you want that to be going up. And we also have our trade bias selector. You want this to be on the right side of the 0 line to be able to take shorts, and it's very simple to see visually. And we have our ZTA Auto CZ. Same story. Above the 0 line, you want to be long. Below it, you want to be short. And our chop meter, which is a pretty interesting indicator, it tells you when you see white dots like this, it's telling you that the market's choppy. You want to be out of the market. You don't want to be executing long or short. But all of these indicators are used to fire the Easy Trader, which is what's firing these signals right here. And as you can see, this signal here is working quite well. But that's just how easy it is. I mean, this is not meant to be real hard to use. It's meant to be very visual and easy to execute. Well, one of the things that that we've seen over a period of time, especially with beginning traders, is they have a difficult time getting the entry price, or they're late in pulling the trigger. When they get the signal, they see the signal, and then they typically tend to wait to see whether the signal is going to work or not. And by the time they determine it's going to work, the trade's already moved in the right direction, and it's too late to get in. So we've made some adjustments on that. What I want to show you is we have developed what we call our easy entry strategy. I'm going to pull this over, and it looks like this, okay? And this is just how the chart looks. I've got this set up at the current moment because when you take a look at that strategy, it's called the easy entry. You have the capability to make adjustments on this, just like you do in the manual part of the system, as I was showing you. But I have this set for 2 contracts, and I'm simply going to take profit at 6 ticks on both of them just to show how it works. And you have the capability to move the stop to break even when it moves to a certain level. You can set a daily goal and a daily risk per contract so that it will stop trading if you don't want it to trade. You can also tell it what days to trade on and what days not to trade on, simply by inserting a 0 or a 1 there. 0 means it doesn't trade, 1 means it does. So 0 means no, 1 means yes. You also have the capability to set up 4 different time levels of when you want to trade it, because as we all know, if you are a futures trader, futures markets do not trade. Uh, you know, they don't trade well. Around the clock. I mean, it's there are certain times of the days that are better than other times of the day, depending on the market. The E-mini typically will start to trade well right after the market opens in London, and I like to start trading sometimes if I'm up that early, around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then it will typically slow down sometime after 5:30 or 6, and then pick up again around 8 o'clock. Well, you can see I have this set this trade from 5:30 to 11:30. This is Eastern time. And I have it starting to trade again here at 14:30 and ending at 4 o'clock Eastern time. And you have the capability to move the stops at certain levels depending on how you have set up the system in the above area. And one of the interesting features that we have in this thing too, you see where it says reset to defaults. And I'm not going to turn this off or on at this point, but if you were to stop the strategy and then put a 1 in there, and then just press enter, then that will go get the most recent default settings that we use, and which are located on our server, and it will automatically go out and pull the most recent default settings that we have done in our back testing. We do weekly back testing on each of 4 markets. We back test on the E-mini, the Russell, crude oil, and gold, and we find the best settings in the back test, and we provide those and put those up on our server. Lots of people use those settings. Some adjust them to their own personal preference. I typically like to use the default settings when I start, but I'm of the school, I guess it's the old school, I don't want to just turn on a system and walk away from it, because it is a computer and you are subject to things that can happen with your computer, your connection to the internet, or anything, and sometimes you just want to quit and you turn it off. So we have the capability to make all these adjustments in there, but you do have a starting point that will be put in there for you, okay? And you can see I had this thing turned on, and I have had this trading today. I've only got 500 bars located on this thing, but what it does is when it fires a signal, the background will turn green for a long, and it automatically will put you in the market, and you can see as it has taken these trades, okay? You obviously could have gotten more and a whole bunch of these, but for purposes of this demonstration, this is how I have it set. And these are the trades that it's taken today based upon these settings. And I mean, you can just see the background, and it will put you in the market automatically. Just based upon that, I haven't looked at these results. If I take a look at these results, this is showing that it's taken 20 trades, 16 of them were winners, 4 were losers, and on 2 contracts, it's made $875 today, which is not bad. And but it will put you in the market, and you don't have to manually put it in the market. But what many traders do is, you'll notice here up at the top, you can see these settings up here. The key is to get in, and although you may have your settings set to exit on a certain price, you have the capability to terminate the trade whenever you want. You can exit at market, or you can exit at a better price, depending on which would be the bidder ask price, depending on whether you're long or short. That's just really how easy it is used. I mean, this isn't intended to be a complicated system. It's meant to be easy, and easy for the average person to be able to execute and use it, which is how we have designed it. And as you can see, this is executing this trade right here that you saw right here on this trade here, and it's working well. I mean, this is This is what we're trying to do. Our whole intent here at Dimension Trader is to design a method that is easy for the average guy to use and to be able to pull a decent amount of money out of the market on a day-to-day basis and be a profitable method to trade on a week-to-week basis with very little risk. And there's always risk in trading, as you heard Cameron say. But when we go into a trade, we always have a stop in place. We always know where we're going to stop. We know where we're going to take profit. And the issue that we were trying to help folks with is getting in the market, because lots of times what happens is, you can see our bars. Our bars are a different type of bar. These are what we call our ZTZ bars, and they're a very special type of Renko bar that we've developed, and you can see they plot quite nicely. I'm plotting a 3-tick ZTZ bar here. You can plot whatever size you want, but we usually use a 3-tick ZTZ bar on the E-mini, and it seems to work pretty well. I will point out a few things here on this chart that might be helpful. As you can see here, these lines here are what we call one-to-ones, and this is a major one-to-one right here. And those lots of times will act as resistance and support. And the way one-to-ones work is typically when they broke, they will tend to break from that point forward until they hold. But they are quite strong. These confluence lines are quite strong. So if you are in this trade and this thing has moved down to this level right here, I would be taking profits at this blue line here, because that's a confluence line. That's where I would be taking those profits. And but on this chart, you are seeing these key indicators that are firing the easy trader, and those key indicators typically, well, not typically, but are the easy trader buddy, the bias erg, the chop meter, the auto CZ, the trade bias selector, and there's a few other things in there that are also used to fire the signal. In the easy trader itself, and the indicator that you see in panel 3 down there, we have what we call a base signal, which includes 6 algorithms. And in our setup 2, which is our default settings, there's up to 12 different settings that you can use, but most people use 2, which is the default. And there's up to 6 different exit methods that can be used in Easy Trader. The default exit setting is 2, and that's what probably 95% of the traders use, unless they really want to get engaged and do a lot of back testing. It's been our experience that the default settings of 2 and 1 for those settings are probably the best for most people. And as you watch this and as you learn certain things about our product, which we hope you'll be able to do when you come into our room when you sign up for it, that these will be explained in details as to how you can anticipate the signal to fire or not fire. And of course, this one has fired since we've started this session, which has been a very, very nice trade, and it was an easy trade to capture, especially if you had the easy entry on your screen. And the easy entry strategy will mimic this easy trader signal on our signal generator. And let's see what else I can explain on this chart. We purposely have kept our chart simple, so you don't have to remember a lot of stuff. And what we're trying to do is just to present something that is easy to use, aka the easy trader. And as you can see, this is what it looks like. I don't have a lot to add to that, Cameron. The whole purpose of this was to show how easy the easy trader is and how easy it is to use. There's various things on this chart. You can see what we call our big triggers. That's what these blue lines are here. You typically want to be on the right side of the big triggers, and you want to be on the right side of the balance line. and you can use confluence levels and one-to-ones for targets typically. You have the capability to adjust your targets on the signal generator just as you do on the Easy Trader and the Easy Entry itself. And that's just how easy it is to use. I mean, it's not complicated. Cameron, that's about all I have to say about this. You have anything you want to add to that I perhaps have missed?
Well, we do want to show the folks who have watched this and give them a little more information here when I flip it back to me. But no, it's a beautiful thing. It's the Easy Trader, and it takes the fear, the Easy Entry takes that fear out of entering. And we're going to show you as a gift for being in the room here, give you 6 hours of training on the Easy Trader. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. But Mike, are you ready? Shall I pull it back over to me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. There's that. The chimes. Now what you see here, and this is one of our bonus gifts to you today for being in the webinar, for joining us here today. This is our broadcast room, and I'm going to show you in just a moment how you can log in to this very screen you're looking at and watch the S&P E-mini, the ES, on the left, the Russell, the TF, in the middle, and we got crude on the right. These are hooked up to our Easy Trader, and you can see the Russells in the long trade right now. The 3 indicators you see at the bottom, the Easy Trader Buddy, is what you're going to learn about when you come into our Easy Trader training room. You're going to learn more about the Easy Trader, which is the center indicator here in panel number 3 here from the Ninja Trader. And on the bottom channel is our bias erg, and we will teach you how to use these indicators to help make exit decisions as well as entry, to anticipate the entry if you're trading manually. Now you can watch these signals 22.5 hours a day, 5 days a week, and usually we have these by subscription for $100 a month, but during the holiday season, Mike has opened this up, and so you're going to go to our website. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a moment on how you can get into the broadcast rooms. We'll put that away right now. So you can watch this all day long, and that is courtesy of Trading Pub and Mike Green. Now I'm also going to show you, and Yana, if you can put up in the announcement section the link to register for our Easy Trader training room. And every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 9:25 to 11:25, that's 2 hours, 3 days a week, we teach how to use the Easy Trader, to trade successfully, profitably. So there's the link. Jump in there, and just click on that, and you can register for we call it a 1-week guest pass, but it is only 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. But do that. I'm going to take you to our website. You can also register here, but we prefer you use the link that is in the chat room. And did we put it on the announcement box as well? I don't see it over there yet, but it's in the, Yana did post it up in the chat room, so you want to click on that and bookmark it and come back in. When you do register, if you go to our web page and register, you go through this process that I'm showing you here. Now, in addition to our Dimension Trader Easy Trader training room, where we teach not only how to trade with the Easy Trader, but we talk about trade management and money management in the process of trading. We also hold bi-monthly owners meetings. We call it the inner circle, and there, Mike, who you just heard. Mike shows us new indicators he's working on. How to take some of our other indicators, our systems, and put them together to have a new trading system. By the way, most of our indicators are Bloodhound compatible. If you're familiar with Bloodhound over at Shark Indicators, ours work very well, and you can make your own automated systems up. And then we have the members area on the web where we have a tremendous amount of resources for our traders, not only how to use our software, but also other just good trading tips. Now I'm going to take you into our website. I'm going to show you how to register for that free guest pass if you haven't already. This is our website. It's dimensiontrader.com. Dimensiontrader.com. That's Mike right there on the right, who just got done speaking. And when you hit our landing page here, make this a little smaller here so you can all see it. A lot of information, but what I want to take you to right now is the broadcast rooms. You see the broadcast rooms button right here. We're going to use that. And then down here, you can also register for your 1 week guest pass. Just hit that register here button. But again, we also put that link. Yana put it in there. I'm going to drop it into the chat room one more time. Right there it is. That's the link in the chat room that you want to register with for your 1 week guest pass. Go to our website, though, www.dimensiontrader.com, and hit broadcast rooms. And that takes you to this page here. And here's a screenshot of what I was showing you live just a few moments ago. And during the holiday season, it is not $99.95 a month. Mike has opened that up as a thank you to the Trading Pub folks and to all of you for the holidays. Click here to enter the live rooms. Just click on it. And that takes you to this screen. And here you do need to pick up this very important invitation code right here, EASY 6914, 6914. So all you do is click here, and you're going to put in EASY 6914. And I've already got this loaded, so let's see what happens. Put your name in. Really very simple. Hit run, and it's going to download, you see over here, and should pop up automatically. There it is. Hit run. There you go. Now you can do this, folks. Every one of you that's in here, this is open to all of you. And you can watch our ultra hybrid Renko bars on a 3-tick. We call these, we wrote these, the ZT bars right here on a 3-tick. They're beautiful bars to be trading with. And in our training room, we go through everything that's on this chart and how to use it to your advantage. So, we have any other questions at this point? I mean, I pretty much have covered everything that we wanted to show you all today. We try to take the fear out of trading, and that's what Easy Trader does. Not only is it a very powerful but simple to use trading system, we teach you how to do it, and we have a great organization. We're a community of traders that are all trying to do the same thing. That's just take money out of the market each and every day. So with that, you know, we've got some time left over here. We've got some specials going on with, as far as cost of software. The best thing is to attend our training on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Once you're in the room there, we talk more about it and how you can get involved with some really great opportunities over the holiday season. Raleigh and Yana, at this point, if there's no more questions, we're just
Yeah, hi. This is Raleigh here. Thank you, Cameron. There, folks. We do have a fair amount of time here. So once again, you know, please address the good time to bring up any questions on this. Once again, this is an automated trading system that has been created here. I do have a question with this, Cameron, if I missed it or somewhere in your presentation. I see that it gives us very nice visual signals, but is this also, quote unquote, an automated system that
Yes,
can
it
place
can.
the trades automatically?
With the NinjaTrader platform, right now it's the automated trade placement is limited only to the NinjaTrader users. We haven't got that perfected yet with TradeStation. Also, the only difference with our TradeStation is we don't have the ZT bars available yet for TradeStation. TradeStation is working with us to make that happen. But what you've seen demonstrated today is on the NinjaTrader platform. And these ultra hybrid Renko bars called ZT bars we've written. We can only use them on Ninja right now. And the automated entry. And you can set this up on your dome. And well, actually, you set it up inside of our system that Mike showed you those data inputs. And we have a tremendous amount of training on each one of those data inputs and how to use them. So that puts your whole, it not only enters the trade for you, but it also will bracket, your OCO with your stops and your target. And you can get in there and manipulate it, as Mike said. You can move your stops, you can move your target, you can exit the trade at any point. It doesn't, you don't have to live with what the entry that was given to you, because not all entries, not all trades are going to work. You see that one right there in that short that Easy Trader fired. Now, what we do teach you, though, is to be watching down here with these other indicators. And if Easy Trader has put you in a trade using the Easy Entry system, and you don't want to be in it, you use these indicators to help you make an exit decision. Now, also, just our Easy Entry system does exit you whenever the bar turns white. It will automatically exit you if you haven't exited already, if that makes sense.
Another question that I had on this, Cameron, how long has this been in development? Because this is quite a very richly featured application that you have here. How long have you all been working on this?
Jump in here. We can both use audio at any time. But Mike's been writing indicators for 15 years. Easy Trader's been out here now for around 4 years, and it's essentially what you see. Okay. And then our automated system, we have been perfecting that over the past year. I hear you fine. Hi, Mike.
Okay, Cameron, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I wanted to address that. The software has been around. I first wrote this in TradeStation many years ago, and have improved it over the years. And the proprietary indicators are ones that are my creation that have been developed over the last 15 years really, and about 3 or 4 years ago there was great pressure to port the product to NinjaTrader, so we ported most of the indicators, but not all of them, into NinjaTrader. And as NinjaTrader developed, we came up on a new concept on the type bar to be used. We became somewhat enamored with Renko bars, but they didn't work quite as well as we wanted them to work, so we developed our own ZT bars, which work quite well. And as what you see on the screen right there, this is on our broadcast, and those are ZT, those are ZT bars. You can see the crude oil signal that fired on the right-hand side. It fired just while Cameron was talking, and it worked perfectly. And this is an Easy Trader crude oil trade. And so the software has been around a long time from a standpoint of being available. We have the same thing that you're looking at will work in TradeStation, but without Z bars. Most people that are using EasyTrader in TradeStation use it on a 700 tick bar for trading to get as close to Z bars as they can. The reason we don't have it in TradeStation is TradeStation has not permitted us access to their API that would enable us to program the bars. As soon as they do that, then we can do it. But right now, the limitation is TradeStation because they won't give us access to what we need to be able to program it. See a question. So what we've done, the thing that's really new here is the auto entry, and the auto entry just takes the EasyTrader signals that you're seeing on this screen here, and actually it pulls the trigger and gets you in the trade, and that's what's new. But the EasyTrader is a proven system we've got on our website. If you look at the performance tab, I think we've got close to 4 years worth of daily recaps.
Yeah, we do. Little 1-minute recaps on. You'll see it on the YouTube from the performance button on the website, and I have put those together, and I do send that out to people. Once you've spent a day in the EasyTrader training room, you'll get that performance chart. But I'll tell you, the past 18 months, from May of 2013 through October of 2014, using this strategy that you see projected up there, we call that our EasyTrader training room strategy. It's using 2 contracts. The first contract target is 4 ticks or 1 point on the ES, the S&P E-mini. And then we have a target of 16 ticks for the second contract, but we have a stop strategy that follows up that second contract. So if it does retrace, it'll take you out, or if it turns, it'll take you out as well. But using that strategy over the past 18 months, we've shown profit of around $47,000 is what we've marked up in the room, and that's only 2 hours a day, folks. And our room moderator, occasionally when he hits our target, we do have targets for a conservative trader and a less conservative trader. When those targets are met, he quits marking them up. There's a lot more out there every day potentially, but we don't mark that. We are only marking what we see for the first 2 hours from 9:30 to 11:30, basically when the market opens. That's what we're marking for the EasyTrader with the S&P E-mini, and that's the only performance that we have tracked.
So that's interesting. In looking at this, are you primarily looking at trending opportunities to take advantage of, or do you also, look at a sideways moving market and potentially look at some scalping entries?
Mike, you still with? You want to field that?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know quite how to answer that because when you're day trading, the key thing is to be trading in the right direction, and that's why we look at our balance line, and that's that line in the center. If we were position trading, we would take a different approach. Of course, we'd probably use higher time frame charts. Obviously, when you put one contract off at 4 ticks, I mean, that's I would define that as a scalp, and the 16 tick profit is, to some people may even seem like a scalp, but I'd have to say that I'd really have to call this a kind of a semi-scalping system. Is what we're trying to do. We're trying to find good opportunities when the market is in the right mode and everything lines up according to our model to execute a trade and take money out of the market. It's really that simple.
Sure. So I guess I should, and that's a great answer on that one, Mike. I should rephrase it, and that is this: are you basically looking to mine a trending move, or are you looking, for example, and I'm just brand new to this, I'm looking at your charts right now. Are you looking through a break through that dotted line as an opportunity to enter, or are you looking to potentially fade or expect a bounce off those areas of support and resistance?
Well, that's a good question. It depends. You can see like right here uh, where the E-mini has moved down to this confluence line right here. Uh, it is finding support at that level because you can see it has not turned red. If that line broke, it would automatically turn red and then it would become resistance. Now, if you were trading this discretionarily, what you might look at is you can see here on the buddy how it's turned up, and you can see how the easy trader has stepped up here, and see how the bias erg has rolled over. And that would be a good spot to take a discretionary trade to scalp it if you wanted to. But if I had done that, I would have gotten in right around here, and I would have been out at that blue line. You can see these two 1-to-1s, but this is pretty much more advanced trading than what we're trying to teach here, because this is, there's other ways to use this software, as you can obviously see. The Easy Trader is a method to easily trade and take it out, and to take the profits out. But there are other ways to trade this, okay? Depending on your skill level and your risk level, I guess would be the best way I'd have to answer. But as you can see, when it went down to this confluence level, and after this move down, and it found support down here, and it started to turn up. Now, then it started to move up, and you can see how this started to turn up here. This stepped up. See how it's stepping up there? That would be a great scalping opportunity. You take a look over here at the Russell. The Russell has, this one, this one looks like it hit the 4 ticks, but that's it. And it turned up. But you can see as it turned up here, I would be exiting that trade right there because of the rollover there and the step up of the Easy Trader. You can see the ERG rolled up as well. So I would have gotten out of that trade right there if I still had any contracts on. Here's the crude oil. You can see the crude oil fired here, and you got some more money on crude. But you can see here how this turned up. The Easy Trader has not moved up yet, okay? This turned green, so you got 2 out of these 3 here that are not good. Would I exit that trade yet? No. And you can see what's happening here. It's continuing to move down. But you see this 1-to-1 down here? If it were to move down here, and if I were in this trade, I would manually exit that trade at the 1-to-1. Does that help at all?
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, the more I look at them, once again, because this is a new presentation for me, the more that I can see that there's an awful lot of potential, being represented here. Do you, do you also, I mean, as part of this, do you take other external factors into consideration? And I know that's part of discretion. For example, like a major news event or something like that, or do you basically say, look, guys, our back testing and our results, seem to be immune to that, and we just trust the entry signals regardless?
Well, my answer to that is I will trade through most news announcements, but there's one I will not, and that's FOMC stuff. Okay. I just turn everything off on FOMC and don't trade. As a trader, and I've been doing this a long time, I typically don't like to trade on Mondays or Fridays, frankly, because I don't find those, because historically my experience has been that I do better on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I also don't like to trade much afternoon, and I don't like to trade afternoons even, frankly. But if I am going to trade in the afternoon, it's usually after 2:30 Eastern time, and but that's pretty much it. I mean, you have to use some judgment as a trader because, and you have to be aware of what's going on in the rest of the world, because if there's major stuff going on that can impact you, you don't have to trade every single hour of every single day to be a profitable trader. If you talk to most experienced traders, unless you're a position trader, uh, you know, when you're in the market, you're at risk no matter what. I don't care how good your stuff is, you're at risk. And I typically like to make my profit, and I like to quit for the day and go do something else. And that's pretty much how I am. And that's, but to answer your question, yeah, there are some things that I will not trade through an FOMC. On FOMC day, I typically don't trade at all. And I then will start trading after the announcement and see which way it's going, and I can usually pull out some pretty good money after that announcement. Today is, you know, for example, today is rollover day. Today I would trade. Tomorrow I won't trade. Tomorrow is Friday, and you're into day 2 of rollover, and I won't start trading again to Monday. So those are the kinds of things I think about. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it sure does. And for whatever it's worth, I'll also share with you, I have the same opinion about Mondays and Fridays in my own trading, and I'm a day trader as well. And I also primarily focus just on the first 2 hours of the open of the U.S. trading session for the bulk of my activity, and from time to time in the afternoon. So very, very interesting and fascinating. Guys, we've got a few more minutes here to go. I don't want to dominate the conversation here, and just want to make sure that we've addressed your questions here. It's nice to be able to mix things up and have folks here that are you know, spent such a, you know, significant part of their careers developing these kinds of tools as an alternative for us to consider. And I understand that it has really been optimized for NinjaTrader. It is also largely, most of the features are available in TradeStation, and I can also Mike and Cameron, I can sympathize with you. Having tried to do some development in this industry, there's no standards and the platforms are so different. It's very difficult to provide uniform functionality across all the platforms that are there, but it seems like you've made a great choice here with NinjaTrader.
There goes crude again. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I tell you, the crude market's been unbelievable. Look at that. I mean, Old Easy just picked it right off, and would have got you in, and you'd been in and out in about 20 seconds with about $300.
Yeah, the markets are extremely volatile, and I mean, I'm sitting here wondering, I mean, I don't think we've broken the 60 level yet, but it's just hard for me to believe that we're staring right at $59 a barrel.
Yep, I think it's going to 40, but is where I think it's headed.
All right, so folks, we've just about winding down here. Just want to make sure we've addressed the questions that are there, but as we wait for a couple more questions to come in, I want to thank Cameron, both you and Mike, for that very interesting presentation on this automated entry system that you've developed. I was very intrigued to learn how that you programmed your system to reflect these high probability entry and exit points, and can very easily see how they might be used to improve our decision-making process when trading the markets. I also want to thank you for that special offer that you've made available to our members for that free 3-day pass to the Dimension Trader Live trading room. It's fascinating to see this control panel that you've got up here, and I also understand that, you know, the obvious question with an automated trading system is, you know, what are the performance results? And I'm aware that that's available on your website, and that also, Cameron, you will share that information with folks that have signed up for this free 3-day pass to the trading room. So for those of you that have NinjaTrader or TradeStation, are interested in seeing how an automated entry system like this might help you become a little bit more consistent and confident in your trading, I think this is a great place for you to focus. So once again, folks, and Mike and Cameron, thank you for the time that you took to put this together and to share this information with you. We are running, I also want to remind everybody, folks, that today's session all these sessions today are being recorded. And a link to these recordings will be sent out to everyone that has registered no later than tomorrow afternoon. So if you missed a portion of this presentation, or you wish you had gotten up early and heard what Randy Howell had to say at the beginning of the day, or you've got a conflict coming up and you can't be here for the next presentation, No problems. We'll have the links emailed out to everybody tomorrow afternoon, and you can enjoy the weekend getting caught up and maybe re-reviewing some of the information that was shared, or taking advantage of some of the education that you may have missed. So, like I said, we do have a few more minutes here to go. It's about, we have about 11 minutes till our next presenter comes on board, and I can see that Joseph is with us. He's here on deck, and we might want to just take this opportunity, folks, once again to stretch our legs. For some of us here in the central part, I'm in Austin, Texas. It's a little past lunchtime, so I think I'm going to run, catch a quick sandwich, and I'll be back. But while I'm here, Joseph, if you can hear me, could you come on microphone and let's do a mic check right now just to make sure that we've got good audio going? So let's see.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Hey, Joseph.
Hello?
I'm doing great.
Hey,
I
how
can
are
hear
you?
you loud and clear, but that doesn't count. Can the people in the room here also hear Joseph? We hear you great. Excellent.
Oh, great.
And
Okay. Awesome. And Yana,
I was just going to say, when you get a
sorry,
chance,
go
let's
ahead.
just go ahead and project your first slide just to make sure that we've got the video portion working too.
Okay, let me get that up.
Okay, folks. We are just,
Hold on,
yep.
I'm still working. See if I can.